Okay, good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. It's wonderful to see this remarkable community gathered here, researchers, innovators, investors, advocates, united around a shared goal, advancing technologies that can meaningfully improve the lives and health of older adults and their caregivers. My name is Rose Lee, and I am the co-PI of the AI and Technology Collaboratories for Aging Research Coordinating Center. I'd like to begin by recognizing the foresight of the National Institute on Aging when NIA issued its request for applications in 2020 to establish the AITC program. The world looked very different. It was well before the public launch of ChatGPT in November of 2022, and before generative AI became a defining feature of our technological landscape. Yet NIA recognized something important, that artificial intelligence, data science, and emerging technologies were poised to reshape how we study aging, deliver care, and support independence and well-being across the lifespan. By launching the AITC program in 2021, NIA made a strategic investment in building the interdisciplinary ecosystem needed to guide that transformation. Over the past 5 years, the A2 Collective has helped catalyze a national community at the intersection of aging science and technology innovation. The program has attracted over 1,200 applications from 48 states, plus Puerto Rico, Washington, D.C., and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and funded more than 165 projects based in 28 states, plus Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico. What makes this moment particularly exciting and urgent is how quickly the landscape continues to evolve. AI capabilities are advancing at an extraordinary pace, and with them come important opportunities for improving health systems, extending independence, strengthening caregiving, and addressing some of the most pressing needs of an aging society. But realizing these opportunities will require more than technological breakthroughs. It will require thoughtful policy, sustainable investment pathways, responsible innovation, and strong partnerships among academia, industry, and government. That is exactly why convenings like this symposium matter. The A2 Collective provides a space where researchers, innovators, and advocates can align around shared priorities, ensuring that emerging technologies are not only cutting edge, but also trustworthy and truly responsive to the needs of older adults. These symposia allow us to step back, take stock of what we have learned, and think together about what comes next. With around 200 in-person attendees, we're a small enough group to make possible really meaningful conversations, but large enough to carry that impact into a broader range of real-world contexts after our time this week has concluded. It's been inspiring to watch this community grow from an ambitious idea into a vibrant ecosystem of people working together to translate innovation into impact. As we look ahead, the work of the AITCs and the A2 Collective positions this community to help shape the next phase of national leadership in AI and aging, informing research priorities, guiding responsible adoption of new technologies, and helping ensure that innovation translates into better outcomes for older adults and their caregivers. We have shaped this year's agenda with all of this in mind. Thank you all for being part of the effort and for contributing your expertise and energy to this important mission. I want to thank the AITCs for their thought partnership in shaping this year's agenda, all the pilot awardees who have shown up in force, past pilot awardees who are willing to pay it forward by sharing their lessons learned, and speakers, moderators, and mentors who have volunteered their time to share their insights and expertise. We recognize the NIA for its leadership and the HHS agencies whose representatives have joined us today, including from CMS, FDA, and the Office of the Secretary. You showing up, being willing to engage and educate is much appreciated and helps accelerate innovation. We thank our platinum sponsor, Samsung Health, especially its digital health team, for their generous support and collaboration. We also want to thank the RRF Foundation for Aging, the Gerontological Society of America, the National Center to Reframe Aging, H-Tech Collaborative from AARP, BioHealth Innovation, the NIA-funded Research Centers Collaborative Network, and GRF CPAs and Advisors for all of their collaboration in developing or making accessible additional content for our innovators in the lead up to and during this event. We also want to thank Johns Hopkins University Carey School of Business for co-hosting and helping us secure this beautiful location for our 4th annual A2 National Symposium. So I'd like next to invite Dr. Alexander Triantis, Dean of the Carey Business School, to add his welcome.
Thank you so much, Rose, and a warm welcome to Johns Hopkins University and the Carey Business School, and this beautiful building, the Bloomberg Center, which we've been in now for about 3 years, and I hope you're enjoying walking around and getting to see some of the beauty of this building. It's very fitting that this symposium is taking place here. Johns Hopkins this year is celebrating its 150th anniversary. And it was the first research university with a long history of research and innovation and discovery that has taken place here, particularly in the health fields. While the university is 150 years old, the Carey Business School is actually slightly less than 20 years old. And when the school was founded, we looked to take a different pathway, a more modern approach that is very interdisciplinary and particularly builds on the strength of the Johns Hopkins ecosystem in the health area. As a result, we have about over a quarter of our faculty who focus on research and practice in the area of the business of health, as we call it, which is very unique for any business school. And we take advantage, as I said, of the rich ecosystem of being with a great school of medicine and engineering and public health and nursing. And we have a business of health initiative, Hopkins Business of Health Initiative, with over 150 faculty from across those schools that are focusing on different aspects of the business of health. Professor Phil Fan, right here, who you'll see from shortly, is a co-PI for the AI and Technology Collaboratory for Aging Research at Johns Hopkins, which is a national resource that promotes the development and implementation of novel AI and technology approaches to improve the health and well-being of older adults. And next to him is Dr. Peter Aberdeer, who is a close colleague, as well as you'll be hearing from Rama Chalapa, one of our colleagues as well, together with Alexis Battle, who helped to put together this symposium. Another initiative funded by the National Institute of Aging is an initiative co-led by my colleague, Professor Dan Polsky, called HEADS, which stands for the Hopkins Economics of Alzheimer's Diseases and Services, which focuses on advancing research and translating new knowledge for practitioners, policymakers, and people directly impacted by these diseases. And our Center for Digital Health and Artificial Intelligence at the Carey Business School, led by Professors Ritu Agarwal and Gordon Gao, conducts cutting-edge research at the intersection of digital technology, analytics, and healthcare. This symposium is very exciting. We'll dig into all the opportunities for technology and AI specifically to address the myriad of issues that our aging population faces. And it goes without saying that the impact of this is huge, given that adults over 65 are the fastest growing population in the US. It's exciting work. We hope that not only will new innovations emerge from all these efforts, but also the successful implementation and commercialization quickly and effectively for maximum impact. So thank you for all being here. We're excited to be partnered with you in this important work. And with that, I'll turn it back to Rose to introduce the next session.